Hey y'all, what's up? Zack here, another YouTube video today. Today's video I just want to give a update on Hurricane Michael. It came on land about 1 to 1:30. Had winds of 155 miles per hour, which is 4 miles shy of a Category 5 hurricane. Category 5 classifies as 159, but there it's moving up to 160. The eye is about 30 to 50 miles east-northeast of Panama City, Florida. This damage has been catastrophic. Unbelievable. You wouldn't recognize it if you lived there. I've seen trees in the middle of the road, trees on power lines in the middle of the road. Cell phone towers are down. Houses are destroyed. I've seen gas stations destroyed. Debris covering roads. But this is why they tell you to evacuate. They tell you to heed the warnings. They go and knock on your door, But, this damage is catastrophic. Especially south of Panama, like places like Port St. Joe. Unbelievable. I wouldn't be surprised if you couldn't get in there for weeks, maybe a month. But when you have sustained winds of 130 plus miles per hour, and then you got gusts going 150, 170 miles per hour, you're going to have damage. You're going to have catastrophic damage. And that's what it is. And places like that, not only do they have the wind, but they had a storm surge, probably 20 feet of storm surge. So that's going to knock down signs, that's going to move cars, trees, it's going to knock down trees. So not only you got that knocking down stuff, you got the winds also knocking down stuff. Then you got the tornado threat to go with it. Then on that you got flooding rains to go along with that. So anybody who didn't evacuate, I hope nobody lost their life in this. But if anybody stayed, like I said yesterday, if you stay, you're probably going to die. And it's all coming together today. I saw people were calling for police. Tree fell on the house. They're not going out there if the winds are stronger than 60 miles per hour or 70 miles per hour. They're not going out there. And they made that very clear. They are just now trying to get calls in Panama City. Just now trying to get there. And they're still at wind gust over 7,500 miles an hour. So there's only so much that they can do. So, I hope nobody lost their life. But if there's anybody in this video watching, then if you live in Florida and you just evacuated, a good choice. Your governor and mayor will let you know when to come back in. Hopefully it'll be soon. Hopefully there's not too much damage. If there's anybody watching this and they have relatives and family in Florida that decide not to evacuate, I'm assuming with something like this, something catastrophic like this, they usually have some kind of thing set up where you can check or you can call this number and they'll tell you if they locate this person or if they're still searching for people or if they're okay, or when they find them, they'll call you back and let you know. I would assume something like this, they would have that since it's just such a catastrophic event. I would assume they would have something like this set up. But like I said, the eye of Michael is about 35 to 50 miles east-northeast of Panama City. Like I said, lost 5 mile per hour wind speeds, which is nothing. It is moving now north-northeast at 15. That's moving just, west-northwest. It is now moving north-northeast, and it picked up 1 mile per hour speed, which, like I said, really ain't gonna make much difference. As far as Florida goes, y'all still have hurricane warnings out, flash flood warnings out, flood warnings out, flash flood watches out, flash flood warnings out. Y'all have rip current warnings out, and a high wind warning out. The worst of the weather, especially near Panama City, the Big Bend, and Panama. Worst y'all's weather, I would think would be done within the next 2 or 3 hours. I would say 8, 9 o'clock. The worst of your weather should be done. Now going into Georgia. Most of Georgia is under a tropical storm warning. Some parts of Georgia, like Valdosta, right near the Florida line, Georgia-Florida line, up a little bit into Georgia, in the interior Georgia. Some of y'all have hurricane warnings out. Some of y'all have tropical storm warnings out. Like I said, mainly Florida, Georgia line, interior Georgia. Y'all have the hurricane warnings. Coastline of Georgia, y'all got tropical storm warnings. Coastline, you're probably gonna have, I've seen, mainly 35 to 40 mile per hour winds tonight. Maybe I've seen some people calling 40 to 50, gusts up to 60, maybe 70. Where the hurricane warnings are, right there on that line, we're probably gonna get 74, maybe 80 mile per hour sustained winds, gusts maybe to 100. Definitely tornado threat there all night tonight. Tonight's gonna be the worst of y'all's weather in Georgia. Into early tomorrow morning, like probably 10 to 5, 10 to 4, 10 to 3 would probably be the worst of your weather. Good 5 to 8 hours. But like I said, definitely a big tornado threat. 40-50% chance tornado threat. Going into South Carolina, where I am, the upstate, probably 20, 30 mile per hour winds, gusts up to 40, 1 to 2 inches of rain. Coming down to the central Midlands, where I am, there's a tropical storm warning, flash flood watch and tropical storm warning in effect. Here it's varying, but I've been looking at different news sources here. Some people got our winds 25 to 35 tonight, gust up to 50. Some got 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gust. 60, yes. 70 might be pushing it, but it wouldn't surprise me. Tornado threat again. Just an inch of rain tonight. Worst of our weather is going to be tomorrow, especially in the morning and early afternoon. The worst here probably be like, I want to say 7 to 1 in the central Midlands. Big tornado threat here tomorrow, especially the way Michael has shifted. The eye was going to come right over the central Midlands. Now it's always going to go just north, which would bring a bigger and greater tornado risk here. So from Macon all the way through Columbia, there's going to be a bigger tornado risk tomorrow. So anybody in Macon or in Columbia or in between, probably going to lose power. A lot of people going to lose power. So just check on the weather any way you can. Phone, radio in the car or something. Just be careful out there. Along the coast, they're calling for about 40 to 50 mile per hour sustained winds, gust up to 70. Central Midlands and the coast in South Carolina, most spots 3 to 5. Some are calling for 5 to 8 inches of rain. Going into North Carolina, especially along the coast, Wilmington, Nags Head, Outer Banks, there's a tropical storm watch out there. I think the winds will have died down there a lot, especially if Michael goes over the mountains of North Carolina. I think that will take a lot of energy out of it, but we'll see. But places like Florence, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, Nags Head, North Carolina, Outer Banks, North Carolina, they don't need nothing. They're still dealing with Florence. Some of these rivers are in major flood stage still, moderate flood stage still, so they don't need no rain or wind. They still have major damage there. So maybe it'll die out before it gets there. But they do have tropical storm watches out there. tropical depression is 35. They got it at 45 going into North Carolina, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it won't be too bad there. And then after that, got it going into sea, strengthening back into a 65-mile-per-hour storm, and so on. But anybody in Florida, especially the Big Bend, the worst of your weather is probably over by now. Just continue to watch out for the tornadoes. You're still gonna have strong gusty winds, a little bit of rain. Georgia, now is the time to get prepared. If you had any last-minute preparations that you waited or decided not to do, your time is over. Now is the time to be prepared. Get inside your house. If you're at work, be safe on the way home. If you're at home, just stay home, be with your family. Maybe go ahead and try and cook a meal, get it out, eat. Because y'all are definitely probably gonna lose power. Like I said, overnight tonight is probably gonna be the worst of y'all's weather. Definitely watch out for the tornadoes. Like I said, tropical storm warning is in effect. South Carolina, mainly central Midlands and the coast. Early tonight they're calling for tropical storm force winds and conditions. Mainly tomorrow morning is going to be the worst of our weather. Try and get some food out. If y'all have any last minute preparations here, you might want to go ahead and do them tonight, whether it be bread or whatever the case may be, if the stores have any left. I know when Florence came here, it was hard to get anything. So if y'all need anything like that, y'all need to go to the store and get them. Get home, get settled, and get ready to ride out the storm. Like I said, the worst of our weather. Some of the rain bands, a couple models got coming into South Carolina Central about 7. Some got them coming at 5. Some got them coming at 9. So. Me personally, I think the worst of it's probably gonna be 7 to 1, 9 to 3, something like that. Watch out for tornadoes. And North Carolina, as it gets closer to y'all, I'll give y'all an update more. And if the storm comes through by tomorrow, I will try and get videos and photos for y'all to upload here. Let me know what you guys think about this video, and if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if y'all are going to have any impacts from the storm or near the storm, let me know in the comments below, and let me know where y'all are. And if y'all have any videos y'all want to share, let me know, and I'll try and upload those as well. Thank you for watching.